Hello everyone, welcome to Trade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Banknifty levels for tomorrow, Wednesday, which is the 25th, as tomorrow is also the expiry analysis, as Thursday is off. So this is the daily chart of Banknifty, and how a couple of things worked pretty well is we had this trend line, we had marked this trend line, and pretty much from there itself we took a turn, right? On day before yesterday, when this price action came, I was kind of hoping that maybe we could not touch this trend line, but we could take resistance at about this zone. But today we did touch the trend line and had a nice fall on the downside. Now the same thing, if you look on a lower time frame, you can see that even though this first green, the second 15-minute green candle was there, how we could have avoided going long or getting confused going long was to see if this trend line was taken out, right? It didn't go on the upside and we got a nice sell-off. Now coming for the trade possibilities for tomorrow in Bank Nifty, this is definitely a nice big bearish red candle, so we cannot ignore this. If the downtrend continues, if today's low breaks, there is a possibility we might come down to test this level of 41,000 or 42,000. It's about 600 points away, so not sure. Maybe we will make one more dip and probably after the budget have a swing on the upside. As of now, the structure is building this way. Maybe this is what it looks like now, right? So we'll see what is going to happen tomorrow and how we can trade. If what happens, we're going to shift to a lower time frame. This is another structure that Bank Nifty was following. We made this high low, we were going in this channel, and today we have broken out of this channel. Now definitely Bank Nifty is bearish, no doubt, if today's low breaks again tomorrow. If today's low of 42,620 breaks, we could hit this level of 42,500, and the next target would be here 42,200. And we do have the small gap over here. Possibly Bank Nifty, when it comes, it can take some sort of intraday support at this level, which is about 42,300, right? Now any trade on the upside, there is a possibility this channel, we broke down this channel in a nice way. Tomorrow, if in case we get a gap up or something, go possibility of retesting this level and dipping, right? So that is another possibility we'll have to look at. So that's why this kind of this channel I've marked. And today was a pretty good fall, right? From the high point of the day to the low point of the day, we had 500 points in this. Even if you were able to catch 200 or 250 points, it was good enough. Now just putting on the CPR levels for tomorrow, and just to show, obviously I'll make my CPR video as well, but just to show how the CPR worked, the R1 previous day high could not break, we slipped until S1. This was a beautiful trade based on CPR. Now the trade possibility on the long side, on the downside, we know if the previous day low breaks, we could hit these marked levels along with the CPR levels as the targets. We can use the CPR level as the target. And in case we go up, there is some sort of a nice selling zone or a pressure zone over here, meaning if we come here, possibly we can take resistance 42,825. If this breaks on intraday basis, the next level on the upside is 42,930, and then we have this day's high, today's day's high. We can even mark that. Either we, from tomorrow, however we gap up or gap down, it's too early to tell. As of now, the US markets is down. Let me just refresh. See, the US market and the European market is down. We could get some flat opening or a bigger gap down. If the US market falls or gap up, we cannot be sure, but as of now it looks like a pretty flat opening, right? So in case we get a pretty flat opening, look for some kind of a consolidation and a break of this level. That will be a good trade if that happens. Now either way, we are going to be in these levels that I have marked. I'm not expecting a very huge breakout and the market to be bullish again, nor I'm expecting a very big breakdown, say about 600-700 points. If it happens, well and good, we can stay, but there are chances that we could possibly just get another 1600 or 500 point move throughout the day. So in case we come down like today 500 points or 400 points, we will probably hit this level 42,200. In case we go higher about 500 points, we might come and take resistance at this day's high. Now what are the other levels that we can look at apart from the charts that we are seeing now, right? We can, and since my channel is all about CPR, we can also have a look at the monthly and the weekly CPR levels. So I'm just going to shift to an hourly chart in Banknifty and put on the monthly weekly CPR and just see where are those levels. First, let us take the weekly pivot. This week, as yesterday the week opened, this red dotted line, this is the previous week. Obviously this week started from Monday. This red dotted line is the weekly R1 and previous week high. Then you have weekly R2 and the weekly CPR. There's a good chance when we come down we might take some support at this, would you say, at this weekly CPR, right? In case we get a fall from this level tomorrow, when we come here, definitely we will take some support. This won't break easily, probably will consolidate here and then break again if we continue to go down. Or the other possibility is we can even come until this weekly CPR and get a bounce on the upside. Now if you see the previous week price action, see we came until the previous week CPR and kind of became sideways here, and then we got to move on the downside, right? So this is one level that we will have to watch out for, the weekly CPR. Plus we have, yesterday I mentioned about the Virgin CPR that is coming around probably this level, where this is about 42,500. Let me just put that on. This is again a Virgin CPR at about 42,500, so we'll have to keep a watch of this level. These are the intraday places where the market can take a short bounce, right? Now let's look at the monthly CPR. If any of the monthly CPR levels are coming in close, we did rebound from a monthly CPR itself. This is the monthly CPR, the January month. Throughout the month we went above this, came down, we almost tested the S1 of the monthly CPR and we have bounced back to the monthly CPR. Now this month hardly any days, few more days are left, but if we have to be bullish in this month, we have to break out of this monthly CPR. We need a daily closing above this, which is not happening, right? Even on Monday we came up, we have taken resistance from here. And see, monthly CPR is always needs to be seen on a daily chart. If you see on a daily chart, we aren't able to close above this monthly CPR, right? So what happens if we are not able to break the CPR? We would again come to retest it, but there's too big of a fall. Not expecting such a big fall. Before that we have many other support levels. Not expecting 1,000 point fall tomorrow or in this week, but maybe possible in this week and before the budget kind of thing kicks in. And in case we break out of the CPR and go up, the target based on the monthly CPR is 1,300 points. Obviously we are almost at the end of the month, so this is not a realistic target, but we will never know. In case there's some kind of this budget news kicks in, this is the possibility, but we need a daily closing about the monthly CPR, right? So these are the levels that I have for Bank Nifty for tomorrow. Our view or our bias is on the bearish side, especially after today's candle, and we are perfectly respecting. We are not just, we should not take a bias just on what one day the market falls, right? But we are just respecting what the market has done so far. It has respected this level once, it is again taking resistance at the same place. So there are more chances of the market coming down than going up. If it has to go up, we need a break above this trend line. It's as simple as that. Let's look at what's happening in Nifty. And If anybody wants to learn about the CPR, the link is there in the description below. There's a detailed video on how to trade on monthly, weekly CPR, and you would also get access to this particular CPR for free if you just take up the course. That is this indicator, right? You would get access to this indicator where you have all the monthly and the weekly CPR and stuff. So if anybody is interested, they can just click on that link and watch the video. So this is the video, this is the CPR that you'll get, where you have everything in one place. Obviously, it's as soon as you take the course, you will get the link to it. It's not like a course, it's just a detailed description of the CPR, how to trade based on the CPR. Now coming to our Nifty chart, let's see what happened today. So Nifty, again, we took resistance from this particular resistance zone that we had marked and perfectly took support over here. So in Nifty, any short trade is only below 18,079 and a long trade would be above 18,186 with the targets as whatever we have marked, right? Everything is there. So this is a view for tomorrow. Let's see how the expiry goes and hope we can make some money. Thank you.